I'm Mike Harmon. I'm the State Outreach Director for the Commonwealth Policy Center, and we're here today with Representative Mitch Whitaker, and we're going to talk about today his bill, House Bill 540, which adds some additional protections from churches. Tell us a little bit about the genesis of why you decided to do this bill, and tell some things about what the bill actually does.
Yeah, well, as a Christian, when I saw the protests in Minneapolis
Right.
in that church, I'm someone that brings my son and my wife to church with me every week.
Right.
I would hate if they were witnesses to what happened in that church a few weeks ago. So, as a lawyer, I sat back and I looked at what are our laws in Kentucky if something like this happened in my church. And what I found was our laws are rather weak on church protests. They treat it just the same as if you're protesting in a Walmart or if you're disrupting a meeting at a local Girl Scouts.
So what about the federal law? I know there's a federal law called the FACE Act that has that protection. Why does Kentucky need additional protection from the bill you're offering?
That's a great question. The reason why is because we need to be able to rely on our local prosecutors to be able to make these decisions of whether a case should be prosecuted or not. We shouldn't have to rely on who's in the White House. I want to make sure that at a local level, we can decide whether we're prosecuting certain cases. And it adds an extra level of disincentive for anybody that wants to disrupt church services. Or this law applies to faiths of all kinds.
Right.
Any sort of religious service that's disrupted,
whether it's a mosque or a Jewish synagogue, or just a Protestant church, Catholic church, any church service.
Absolutely. Any bona fide religious organization having a bona fide religious service is covered under this law.
Fantastic. Now, what specifically does it do?
It creates a new crime in our statutes of disrupting a religious service, which is a Class A misdemeanor, which is the highest form of misdemeanor that we have to show the severity of this crime. It also creates a civil cause of action. So churches, if they lose money, they can recollect those tithes that they missed because of this protest.
They can sue, basically.
They can sue, in civil court. And also it allows parishioners, anybody in the congregation, if they were affected by it, they can also sue for the infringement on their religious liberties. And finally, it allows an opportunity for the Attorney General to sue on behalf of the Commonwealth for damages if they feel so inclined.
Fantastic. We'll watch for that bill. I know you've already filed it. I know it's out there. We'll watch, and hopefully it'll make it all the way through the process, and we'll get a chance to see it go into effect later this year. Appreciate the time, and thank you so much.
Thank you.